Hey everyone. We're late. We were actually here
Sorry.
just talking. That's my bad. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, I did find an amazing feature through StreamYard. So
Yeah.
I learned how to what's it called? Flip the camera?
Mirror the camera?
Mirror
Yeah.
the camera. So
Mhm.
like now if I go to touch my eyebrow for whatever reason, I'm touching the right one versus how it was before.
Yeah.
Does anybody care about this? Probably not, but
Well, I was playing with my camera and I was so confused. So
yeah.
that's what that was. That's what we were doing. But very fascinating. Hi everyone. Of course, this is a reading update. We do it every Thursday. We haven't missed one yet. We should maybe knock on wood or something.
I know, but I feel like
But
we're pretty consistent.
yeah, that's been good.
Yeah.
Of course, we talk about what we've read since the last one, what we're
Mhm.
currently reading,
Mhm.
and the lies we tell about what we would like to read next. At
Big
this
old
point,
lies.
yeah, at this point, it's just like, here are some books I have that I need to read. At this point, that's what that is.
I forget what during our messages today, you worded it in a way. I'm like, yeah, I want to say it like that for now on. Like, it's not like we can never say, oh, these are the books I'm going to read this week coming up, because
Mhm.
that's a lie.
Yeah,
I forget how you worded it,
I
but it
I
was
forget how I
perfect.
did too. Well, thanks. We'll have to go back and listen. But yeah, but it's something like, here are some books that I'm going to read at some point in my life.
Yeah. Oh, you used the
Just
word soon. Books we might
soon.
read soon.
Okay, that's what we're going to talk about. Books we might read soon. There we go. There we go.
Oh, no.
Hi, William. Based off the thumbnail, going to guess it's a Jeff Lemire discussion.
Mm.
It's not. It was just like, hey, here's some books I haven't shown on the thumbnail yet.
But any conversation with you could end up being a Jeff Lemire discussion,
That is absolutely true.
right?
Absolutely true. Yeah. Hello, James.
Hello, James.
Stephanie's here. Thank you, Stephanie, for
Thank
showing up.
goodness. You know, it
Love
makes me
that.
happy when I said happy. Oh boy.
Ooh,
Makes
we
me
are happening.
happy when Stephanie is here.
Love that. Can we talk about the bookends? Yeah, so I have Slinky Dog as a bookend.
Pretty cool.
They're the coolest bookends ever. His tail also moves. It's like a
Oh,
little yeah, I'm
like it
doing this.
makes
I
like
should
the
have grabbed it,
boing.
clearly.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
makes a boing. That's correct.
boing.
Hey Hayden. Good to
Hayden.
see you here. Hello, Chris.
Hey, Chris.
Hello, Teeny.
Teeny.
Hi, Batmanda. Hopes and dreams for future reads. That's great too.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
I like that.
Mhm, mhm.
I like to be hopeful.
Yeah,
Eh,
we're not lying, we're being hopeful,
that's right.
being positive.
This is all about positivity, no pressure.
Mhm.
You can't have pressure when reading is involved because
Yeah.
you'll go the other way with it.
Which is funny because I do have homework reading I will be discussing, which is pressure. So sometimes, if you're me, you have pressure.
Sometimes, but you always end up completing your homework reading,
Yeah,
having
I
nice
try.
discussions. I can tell you I will probably never, well, I mean, it's not my channel, so how could I give you homework?
Uh, You
There will
can.
there will
It's allowed.
never be homework on this side because
Love that.
if you gave me homework, I would cry.
Well, I'll never do that. I'll
Thank you.
never do that to you either. That is
Thank
our
you.
mutual agreement here.
Yes.
And I have to say, this is my favorite comment to date. And here's why. My real life friend, not that you all aren't my friends, but I
I
hang
get
out with
it.
Rosie IRL. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You'll get it when we hang out, Mary. And then I can be like, my real life friend, Mary. Anyway, Rosie actually watches a lot. She watches live. And she's always
Oh,
like, I think of things to say and it's too late. And I'm like, I just
no.
love to see you say, hey. So thank you so much, Rosie, for saying, hey, we love that.
Rosie, it's nice to finally sort of meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
So,
And
hello.
she's like, Mary's cool. So
Oh, thank you.
you
Thank you.
guys would get along
I'm sure.
for sure. All right. Did we get along with books this week? Do we want to talk about it?
I think we did. I really didn't read a whole ton, but what I did complete, I was very happy with. So that was nice.
And I was mostly very happy. I'd say I was at least this is good to like I love this, you
Oh,
know?
that's a good
That's good.
measurement.
Yeah.
I like this stuff you're doing.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Oh, by the way, I didn't even tell you this.
Mhm.
I have surprises.
Oh my
AKA,
gosh.
AKA, apparently I bought some books. I have a little bit of a book haul to share, so
A book haul to share. Okay.
it's on the table. I brought it with me. I figured I needed to compensate for my lack of reading a lot.
I love this.
Yeah, and my hopeful reads. I don't have a ton, but I did have this idea that I probably, while we're talking, I want to pull up Hoopla and go through my never-ending wish list. Is it a wish list? What's it on Hoopla? Favorite? I forget.
Yeah, it's favorites, which is weird because like I don't treat it like favorites
Yeah.
at
yeah.
all. Yeah, I treat it like a wish list.
But I have been feeling like I haven't been utilizing my Hoopla lately, so
Mm,
I might pull some of my hopeful reads from that list.
love that.
Yeah.
My question to you, and you
Sure.
can say no.
No.
Maybe the chat wants to say no.
Okay.
You're like, I'm ready. Let's say no. I have a sort of haul that I can
Oh.
share, and by that I mean there's one item, and it's not a book.
Oh.
It is a board game.
Let's start with the
Listen.
board game. Is it
You're
the
like,
one
I don't want to see this.
Is it the one you told me about?
Did I tell you? Did I tell you?
From
that one?
a certain favorite store of ours?
You know what? That order will arrive tomorrow.
wait.
I actually have to. What?
I don't know. Go ahead. I'm
You don't
sorry.
know? I don't think I told you about this one. Maybe I did.
You
No,
did-
wait, I did. I sent you a photo. Yeah. Right?
Okay. I don't know what's happening right now, but I definitely don't remember a photo. I have to pull up my messages now.
I thought maybe. Oh, wait a minute. I'm about to pull them up too because maybe I didn't. I thought I took a photo and I thought I sent it to you, but then I was like, maybe Mary doesn't care about this.
Oh, maybe I didn't see it. You're like, wow, she flat out ignored my picture.
Thanks, Reed.
By the way, I feel the need to tell everyone this, that you and Jessica made me download Telegram.
Yeah, it's the best. I'm so glad you did though, because you know what? Our voice memos work way better now, don't they? Like, it's great.
I have to admit, I can't find the picture of.
Okay, then it probably
The
didn't
board
happen, and I'm a liar, and I'm sorry.
You told me about a board game, and I'm sorry. I know this conversation is probably really ridiculous. You told me about one board game that you went back and got because you really wanted it. It's another cat-related board.
Is it another? You know what? I plan to get like all the cat-related board games. So definitely, if you're watching this later, leave me some comments about what cat-related board games I need. Listen, no one may care about this. I understand that, but I don't intend to make a video just to show this one board game, and I haven't even opened it. And Mary, I know you don't care, but maybe you will.
Hey, I did not say I didn't care.
I'm going to show you anyway. That's what I'm going to do. It's called The Quacks of Quedlinburg.
Oh boy, no, you didn't show me this.
Okay, so basically, you want me to read the back? I can read the back like a book.
Oh my goodness, does it have French flaps?
You know what? I can open it and see. I do intend to open it at some point. Okay, welcome to Quedlinburg, where the best miracle doctors and quack surgeons from all across the land gather to brew their concoctions to cure everything from smelly feet to homesickness. The Quacks of Quedlinburg is a strategic push your luck game where each player draws from their potpourri of ingredients. I like how they put that. Until they think that their own special blend is just right. But be careful, a few too many special ingredients and the whole potion could blow up in your face.
Boom.
Do you stop early to improve your chances of making a better potion later that will win the day? Or do risk a big setback in order to get more money and fame now? And here's kind of what the game looks like. You have your own pot that you're brewing in. There's also like a bag that you pull out ingredients from. So a lot of it's like, I don't know. I watched some playthroughs of it and it looked really fun. Also, Maddie and Jessica hyped this up when they were here. They were like, you got to play Quacks. You got to play Quacks. And I was
knew
like,
it.
Yeah, they got me. So I had Amazon points. This was $0.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. And specifically, Rosie, if you're watching, I would love to play this with you and your son. Just saying. Quacks.
I knew Maddie and Jessica had something to do with this. I knew it.
100%. So I'm excited about it.
Kristen, am I frozen or is it?
Oh no, you're frozen on my end at least. It could be me though. Is it? I'm showing you frozen. Oh, you're back. You're back.
I'm back. Okay, good.
You're back. Okay. Okay.
Oh boy.
Good evening, folks. I'm the Joker. Okay. Living proof that you don't have to be crazy to host this show, but it helps.
Valid.
More Joker dialogue. Okay. Hi, Gabriel. Welcome. Admirable Goal. Thank you, Batmanda. Appreciate you. So that's my board game. But show me your book haul because I bet it's more exciting.
But wait a minute. You do have another game. Am I losing my mind? Can I tell you where you bought it from?
Game Nerds?
I feel like you're like gaslighting me or
What did I-
something. Oh,
Yeah, tell me where I bought it from. What are you saying?
oh my goodness. Oh wait,
This is great.
you from Ollie's.
Oh! Oh wait! Okay, Reed, if you're watching, could you bring me my Ollie's game? You're so right.
Yeah, you're like, what are you talking about?
That's even more exciting than Quacks. I gotta tell you. I'm sorry. I totally forgot.
Okay, but I was really thinking like I was like making up stuff.
I mean, I was also confused, and that just happened
Oh,
yesterday.
it's crazy.
So that's sad. I'm so sorry.
That's
You're not
okay.
crazy. That was me. That was my bad.
It's totally okay.
My wife and I, Teeny, tried to play a new game last night. It's called Apollo. We started to set it up. Then I was reading the rules. It took so long that I looked over and she was asleep.
Oh,
so we didn't
no.
play. That's when you have to like put on a video that's like Reed brought me all the stuff we got from Ollie's and it's hilarious.
Ollie's Hall.
What? He brought me an extra thing with the board games.
Okay.
That's funny though. That's when you need to put on like a playthrough, like a video. Like I'm not reading rules anymore. I'm just watching other people teach me how to play it, and then I play it. It's so much easier.
So a playthrough is just like something you find on YouTube, and they're like, "Hey, here's how you play this."
Yeah. Well, I guess a playthrough would be seeing someone play it, but yeah, you can just be like, here are the rules, and they do it real quick, and it's like, oh, cool.
Cool.
It's way more helpful. So, Bar is here. Hello, Bar.
Hey, Bar.
Batman the Animated Series. Okay, haven't seen it. Sorry, Gabriel. Hayden ordered their first book in like 3 weeks. So exciting times over here in Scotland. Tell us what the book was, Hayden.
And that's not ordering or buying a book for 3 weeks. That is definitely an achievement.
Yeah, absolutely.
As I sit here with all these books. Well, look what finally arrived. My hard copy of Marshmallow in Jordan.
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
And I'm so happy to see it, like, to see the colors and it's just reminding me how much I loved this book.
I'm so happy it arrived.
I have it in my hands. So
Love
yes,
that.
very happy.
Love that so much.
You
got a whole stack? Yeah.
I do.
And then I'll get to my Ollies.
Okay. Okay, so I'll start with these because these arrived earlier. So remember, I think it was last week or maybe the week before, I mentioned how I was going to start collecting like a damaged IST collection of the Disney Master books. I found another one for like $11.99. I didn't care that it's book 2. I figured I could figure it out.
Oh yeah.
So the Ice Sword Saga book 2. And here's the thing though, Kristen, since I flipped my camera around, now the words are backwards.
Oh, okay.
Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
What do you think?
You could change that in your setting.
I know, but I just feel so much more like
I couldn't do it myself. I couldn't do it.
What do you mean, do it the way I'm doing it?
Yeah. I was too confused, and it weirded me out seeing it differently. Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope people don't mind. I feel like I'm not going to fall out of my chair because my equilibrium isn't thrown off.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, I've done it so long at this point that I'm just like, okay, I know. Now I can be like, Mary's here. I know which way to turn.
Yeah, like I can point. I don't have to think.
Oh, when you do that?
Don't tell me I'm pointing the other way.
You're pointing the other way?
Come on. I can't take this. Hold on. I'm putting it back. Oh,
it's so funny. It's so funny. That's funny. So, because you're
Here
actually
we go.
mirroring the camera.
Wait. So
Hold-
if I say, "Oh, where's Kristen? She's over there." Am I pointing to the right direction?
No. Yeah. Now you are.
Anyway,
sorry.
back to my haul. This was like a secret IST order that I didn't tell you about. I only ordered 2 books, so
I'm
think
excited.
I think you're getting this as well, the Silver Surfer Omni.
Oh, I haven't bought it yet.
You didn't buy it yet?
No, but now I have to.
I want everybody talks about this book so much that they get emotional about it, and you know, the art's supposed to be great. But let me ask you, when you do order it, which cover are you getting?
I mean, that cover's way better. Usually I like going for the DMs because I just like having a DM.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But I don't love the DM cover, and that's the better cover. It is. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with the regular. In fact, I'm signing it at IST right now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, let's make sure it's still around. It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a little fearful that it was, like you always say, everything goes back into print, but I was like, I don't want to miss it again,
Mm-hmm. I feel like I also need the Snowcat prints.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been hearing about this for a while, and it finally got printed via Oni Press. It was like a Kickstarter for a while, and unfortunately I think the creator passed recently.
Oh, really?
Which is that's a bummer, but it just looks so cute and good. So
yeah, you have to get it.
I think I need to just throw that in my cart with that's what I think. Anyway, yep. So you got that, and what else?
And then okay, so that was IST. I just got those 2 books. And then the next 3 books are from a Barnes and Noble close to me it's like 20 minutes away, but they're moving locations. They're just basically moving down a highway. So they were like having these massive sales. Basically everything was 50% off. So you would think I would go hog wild, but I didn't, because they didn't really, the place was pretty much picked through. But they had a decent selection. So I found 3 books that I was like, okay, I won't feel guilty if I buy these 3. One I feel like you've read, and it's like one of those ones that I'm going to hold up and you're going to be like, oh, okay, good that you bought that.
Okay.
I feel like we'll see. But okay, first one, I may have actually called you from the store and I frightened you.
Oh.
You're like, why is she calling? Is there an emergency?
Yeah.
But I got a copy of The Moth Keeper, which is Kay O'Neill's latest.
So exciting.
So I was very excited to Kristen told me that while I was in the store. She's like, that just came out like a week ago. So very exciting, right? To find it for 50% off. So picked that one up. Also picked up a copy of it for Kristen. It's in her next care package.
Because Mary's the best.
And then the second one I got is, let me see who puts this out. Oh, boy. Oh, Tilly Walden blurbed this one, Kristen. I bet you've read it. It's Passport by Sophia Glock.
I haven't read, I think I started to read it and I didn't finish it because I had to take it back to the library.
It's a library book?
I feel like I'm lying. Do you ever start saying something like that? You just feel
all
like
the
you're
time,
lying.
all the time, and I have to check myself. Or you check.
I'm checking Goodreads right now. Passport.
Here, I'll read Tilly's blurb while you do that. You think it would be hard to understand being a teenager in a family with such intense secrets, but Sophia pulls you completely into her world. Her book is painfully relevant, a triumph.
I have gotten that from the library, but I didn't finish it. I think I started it, or maybe I meant to. Again, I clearly I didn't rate it and finish it. Also, update, I did buy the Silver Surfer omnibus.
You just bought it now?
I just bought it now.
Wow.
And I had to get Snowcat prints, so
nice.
Yeah, that's like, hey, I had some PayPal money. This is fine.
Listen, you work hard. Why not?
We're all good.
So a bit about this book says Sophia's parents are not who they say they are. Sophia has lived all over the world because of her parents' work. Not going to high school in Central America, she reads a letter she was never meant to see and learns the stunning truth. Her parents are leading double lives. As Sophia struggles to untangle the web of lies that ensnares her, she begins to question everything she knows about her life, her family, and herself.
Wow.
Listen, for like $8, I'll give it a try.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love that.
And the last one, this is the one I feel like, watch, you're gonna pull it up on your phone. You're gonna be like, Mary, you've read that book too. It was funny. Kim picked it up off the shelf. She was just being like a goof. She didn't even read the back of it, and she was calling me the title, like, here you go. It's called Stone Fruit. She was like, here's Stone Fruit. Here's your book. Oh, you're making the face.
No, I'm laughing at what you just said. No, I've also gotten that from the library and haven't read it.
Okay, good. So I was like, Kim, give
That's
that
all.
to me, because I saw like the Fantagraphics thing on the side.
Yeah.
I was like, let me see that, because I feel like you can't find their books for 50% off quite often.
Right. Fair.
So I was like, let me see that thing, and I picked it up, and the art looks pretty cool.
I agree.
So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. You know, that's what sales like that are for. So let's see. Craig Thompson blurbed it. It says it's a debut graphic novel that paints a compassionate and unflinching portrait of the love shared among 3 women and the child they all adore. So,
Awesome.
give it a try.
Yeah, I look forward to your thoughts on that. And
You're
and
still
if I need to go back to the library and get it,
okay. Okay,
that's all. It's so
Okay.
funny because I feel like I've checked that out a few times and I never
and just
haven't read
never
it.
got to it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. And that is my haul.
I love this haul. Love that
you.
you kept it a secret.
Thank you. It's very hard for me not to tell you.
I totally get it. Oh no, the DM cover has a cleaner spine look though.
Oh.
I forget about the different spines.
Well,
Okay. Well, it's too late. I already ordered the other cover. So, oh, Hayden's book was the Elvira biography or
Oh,
autobiography. Interesting. Haven't bought a book in over a month.
nice job, Bar.
I mean, Bar seems sad about it though.
Well,
Oh, this counts though. Digital and
Yeah,
digital
but you-
comics, that counts.
you still get a like ton of points from me though if you didn't buy any physical books.
It's hard. It's hard out there. Silver Surfer is such a beautiful story, and the regular cover is the best because it has Dawn. It is the
Nice.
better cover for real. FOMO's real.
So true.
I don't usually feel it, but I gotta tell you, you just told me you got that and you got it.
Mhm.
Jessica just got the reprint.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, and that is like one of the ones that's being reprinted that I was like, I gotta get that. And I
Yeah.
just hadn't, so
I've actually never seen you buy something so quickly. I've never seen you buy like live.
Mary, it's because of you.
Oh my goodness. I don't know.
You're an influence.
Oh no.
Is it good or bad? I didn't say. I'm just saying that you're an influence.
An influence. Let's just keep
You're an
it at that.
influencer. That's what you are.
I can make you spend your money.
Yeah, it worked. The art of Snowcat Prince looks awesome. I agree. Does look so cute. Okay. Gabriel's still waiting on his iced tea order to ship. They said one of my books orders delayed from the distributor. That is always hard when that happens. Yeah. Chris thought Passport was okay. Gave it 3 stars.
Okay.
Hello, Super Laugh Hard.
Hey there.
I want to check out Stone Free. Just haven't gotten to it yet. Same, Chris, clearly. So maybe Mary's going to beat us all. Let us know how it is.
Oh, is that a challenge?
Bar's funny.
Stone for I get it.
Oh, my dad's here.
Oh.
18 watching and only 8 thumbs up. Come on, people, hit that like.
Look at Larry
Thanks,
looking
Dad.
out. Yeah.
James, appreciate it. I'm usually an impulse buyer, so the fact that I managed to not buy anything in over a month is an achievement. Okay, great. Well, then we definitely applaud you for sure. That Surfer book made me laugh and cry. Best thing I've read since the all-new Wolverine omnibus.
Oh, wow.
High praise. I'm excited for it.
See, I love the fact that people are like saying that, like it made like that's like the perfect movie book for me. Like anything like that, if I can cry and laugh, like get both of those emotions in. That's why I was so curious about it, because so many people
Mhm.
say that about this book. So
So true.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. Do you want to see this Ollie's haul?
I really do.
No comic books, but I did buy maybe 2 games. Should I take the prices off? You want to see the
Wait,
prices?
there are 2 games?
They're actually 2 games.
You know,
Listen.
just when you think you know someone.
Well, the other one's not as exciting, but I will say I joined a board game group on Facebook.
Of course you did.
I like to do research. When you get into something, that's what I do. And they were like, "Hey, this is one from Ollie's that's actually like good, and you should get right." So I saw it there, and I just had to because it was cheap.
Okay.
But I gotta say, the cover art is like not my favorite cover art.
All right.
But it's called Costa Rica.
Okay.
Look at this terrible cover art. I just think it's bad.
Like,
Reveal the rainforest. So you're basically taking photos of animals in the rainforest.
oh,
And it's like a tile flipping situation. That's pretty much what I know about it. I watched like a playthrough on it. It looks fun. Yeah, there's some German on the back and English. Don't worry. I don't know. It's got a silly box. It's got a silly cover. What do you expect? It's Ollie's. Good stuff, cheap.
now in the Facebook group that you're in, did they tell you to go to Ollie's because they have that there for a great price?
Someone had posted, "Hey, here are the games that I saw at my Ollie's.
Oh, okay.
What are good?" And then people started commenting, and some things my Ollie's didn't have, but this was one of them. People were like, "This is actually really fun.
That's cool.
Get that one." So yeah, I don't know.
So now I just envisioned, like when I get to go to Ollie's, it's when I go to visit my mom because there's one. I don't have one close to me. So
Mhm.
when I visit my mom, like maybe 1 out of 4 trips will go there, right? So now I just envision myself having to go down the game aisle with like me filming here's what they have here,
Yeah.
because you know how all the stores have different selections. So I will do that for you. Or if you want to send me there with a list, I can do that too.
I would love that. I
Sure.
would love that. And there appears to, at least how my Ollie's is set up, there's one part of the aisle
Like
that's
one
near the
aisle,
games.
yeah.
Yeah, just one like thing. So
Mhm.
it'd probably be pretty easy for you to just like snap 2 photos or something and you'll have it all. I don't know if you want.
Now that you mentioned it and
Now that you
everything.
mention it, I don't know.
My mom's gonna be like, "What are you doing? You play games
Like-
now?" Like, don't worry about it.
You're like, no, unless she makes me. At HeroesCon. Reed earlier was like, here's the question. Do we bring Wingspan to HeroesCon? And I was like, I thought we were already doing this.
Yeah, you could bring. I'm like, you could bring it.
Doesn't mean we'll play it, Kristen, but you can bring it.
If I bring the old school game Trouble, will you play that with me?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, because I have that, and I think Kim would like to hit me in the head with it. She'll play once in a while. It's with the little pop-o-matic thing. She'll play once in a while, but like I know she's just being nice to me.
So wait, you probably okay, hold on. Because you're playing Trouble. Wait. If you could get Kim to play more board games with you, would you be like, I want to get into board games?
Maybe. Because it's not like we have like old, like we have Parcheesi.
No, I mean that's fun. Parcheesi's fun.
Yeah, like we have games like that here. And then one year I made her buy me 2 Star Wars board games. They're not even open, but I wanted them because they came with figures.
Mary, bring those to HeroesCon.
I should. I really should.
We'll all play. It'll be great. That maybe was definitely a no. It did seem that way. Hey, Stephanie, do you want to play Wingspan? Before you move, we could bring Wingspan up. I'm not even joking, though. I think you would enjoy it. Just saying. I feel like Wingspan is a gateway drug to board games. I'm just going to say it.
I'm
It's
really...
happening.
I know my face isn't expressing it. I'm just like processing how like I know what's happening, and I know Reed knows what's happening because you're getting into games, so it's like now the research has begun.
Oh yeah,
you're throwing words out like play a lot. What was the word? Playthroughs.
Yeah,
like, you're in full force research mode.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what's happening here, and I think I'm just trying to make sure like this addiction of yours doesn't become one of mine's, like one of mine.
Mary, my favorite thing to do is to get you into the things I'm into.
I know, fountain pens.
Yes. When you finally were like, I think I'm gonna get into fountain pens, I was like, this is the best day
It's
of
the
my
best day of my
life.
life.
Like, for real. Stephanie, don't say things you don't mean.
Wingspan it up.
I want to bring up a Wingspan. We need to. Do you have a table we could use, Stephanie? I feel like you may have a table. Let me know. Hayden, Parcheesi? Parcheesi? Do you not have Parcheesi in Scotland? I feel like that's around, right?
It's a fun game. You basically just like roll the dice and you have to get a certain number to get out of like your home base. You have to go all the way around the board. It's kind of it's kind of a plain game, but like I grew up playing that, so.
My dad's saying I would agree with everyone on Silver Slot Omni. 1010, you will laugh and cry.
Love that.
Okay. Love that too. The classic Judge Dredd board game is getting a new release after decades. It's great fun, and like Monopoly, it can be over quickly or last forever. That's fun. Yeah.
I know what you mean.
It's always great when you corrupt your friends. Batmanda?
Corrupt is a perfect word for this situation.
Ooh, what is even Wingspan? Sounds like Monopoly. It's not.
Bar, here we go.
Okay,
you asked.
So maybe I should. Reed, are you watching? Should you bring me a Wingspan? So Wingspan.
Oh, the creepy whisper.
Is a game. Actually, it's funny. Earlier, I was like, how do I make... I'm going to reference... Jessica, if you watch this later, I'm going to reference your message to me. Because Reed just yelled no. So I guess it's not happening. Okay, Reed, it's fine. I'm going to reference a message from Jessica because I was telling her, I've been doing my research, and there are all these terms for tabletop games that I don't understand because I'm not familiar yet, right? And she's like, yeah, it's a whole other language. So I was like, well, how would you describe what Wingspan is? Because I'm trying to figure out what games I like, right? What kind of games? There are different kinds of games, right? So she said Wingspan is a medium weight engine building game.
Medium
weight.
Weight, like...
Yeah, weight.
Okay.
Card driven, less worker placement. What do those things mean? Someone watching who's into games will know what those things mean. But what I would like to say about Wingspan is there are birds. There's a bird feeder. You can take actions. During games, you can play birds. You can get bird cards, get more birds, lay eggs, get food. And you do these things, you can get points in different ways, and it's just really relaxing and chill, and you have fun with your friends. There is beautiful art on the cards, and it's a Wingspan.
This may be a dumb question, but does somebody win? Like whoever gets the most points wins, though?
Yes, your goal is to get the most points, and you can do that in various ways. All the birds are different, too. They do different things. They have different powers and stuff. What's fun is, like, you're not really, like, rushing to be against everyone either. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, you're just playing your life and having your bird life, you know? You're not out to, like, murder each other, right?
You're laying eggs.
You're just laying eggs and stuff, okay?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, yep. Let's see.
It's happened. Do you play Uno? Does anybody play games like Uno?
I miss Uno.
Okay.
I have Uno somewhere, probably, but yeah, Uno's fun. I had to look it up. It's called Ludo here. Oh, interesting.
Oh, very cool.
Okay. As a former hippie, it is awkward that I rarely lose when playing Monopoly. That's funny.
We played so much Monopoly as kids. Like,
I enjoyed Monopoly. Reed hates Monopoly. He will not.
Because it takes so long?
I don't know. I guess he just hates it. I mean, it is a longer one. I still think it's fun.
Yeah, me too.
Mary, if I remember correctly, you read Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Can you talk Kristen into reading it? I don't need talked into. I just haven't. I'm going to read it.
And one step further, I want you to do the audiobook.
I know. Well, yeah, it's literally on hold.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting. Yeah.
Yep.
So that's all. Maybe I don't want to wingspan it up. I swear my brain just plays a dial tone sound whenever someone explains games and the directions. Stephanie, I promise, Wingspan's actually really easy to learn. It's not complicated. What just said sounds complicated, maybe, but like just eggs and you're playing birds. It's fine.
That's how, honestly, Stephanie, that's how I am. But like at Heroes Con, if you and Reed sit me down and be like, okay, here's how you play. Here are the cards you get. The goal is this. It's this many points. Start, and you just kind of coach me the first couple games. That I'm fine. But like, I'm the same way. Like, it doesn't compute if you like tell me the rules.
I actually feel exactly the same.
Good.
And I think that's why I've just never even tried.
Yeah.
But, Kyle is so good at just like, our friend Kyle is so good at like just teaching us how to do it. So that first game, I'll tell you, the first game of Wingspan, you're just kind of like, okay, I'm trying to figure everything out. It's with any game.
Yeah, exactly.
But especially toward the end, because there's like 4 rounds in a game. Toward the end, you're just like, okay, Wingspan, like, and I've seen it happen because then we were suddenly the teachers when Jessica and Maddie came, and I was like, okay, let's figure. I don't think it's like, it's not one of those complicated ones, which is where the medium weight comes in. Like, it's more complicated than a really easy game, but it's not like really heavy. Here's a million different things you're going to do, because those exist. I'm not interested in those.
So the weight is like boxing, like lightweight.
I think
weight,
that's
heavyweight.
I think that's where it comes from. Yeah,
got it.
I can't say for sure. Someone may correct me, but
okay.
Yeah. I didn't mean to go on this long about games.
Listen, we're all friends. Everybody's allowed to talk about what they want to talk about, their interests.
Bar also says, I never understand when people explain games to me. To be honest, I just pretend to understand it while playing it, and I somehow win. Hey,
and you win. Nice.
For you. This game sounds a little bit. Thanks, Super Laugh Hard. I was recently corrupted by Wingspan. I'll never stop. Okay, that's a great example. My friend Rosie, I was like, here's the deal with Wingspan. And you ask questions every round, and like you've got to figure out what's going on.
Right.
By the end of that first game, they were both like, Wingspan, and then we went to eat pizza, and we came back, we played more Wingspan.
Time out. You keep saying that people are like, Wingspan, is that something you yell out like Uno?
It's just funny because like Kyle kept saying Wingspan, so then Reed and I just started being like, yeah, Wingspan, and so it's yeah, that's it. We think it's funny. It's probably not. You're laying eggs away. You do need to lay eggs for points. So yeah, I played so much Uno. I have too.
It's fun.
I played so much Uno in college throughout my life. I have a Lord of the Rings card game that's fun. That's fun.
I bet Larry would like that.
Oh, I play Monopoly on the Switch. Stephanie, did I even know you had a Switch? We should talk about that. That's fun though. I like backgammon, but rarely get to play. No friends. There's a lot of solo games out there. Super Laugh Hard. I'm just saying. Wingspan, you can play solo.
I used to know how to play backgammon. I completely forget now.
I don't know that I've ever played it. I know what it looks like, but
yeah.
I'm currently playing dominoes against 3 AI Cowboys and Red Dead Redemption 2. Well, it's your show.
Oh,
that's
cool.
fun.
That is
Love
fun.
That. Bar, I'm gonna read those. It'll happen someday. That's all. I need to get into more board games, but I'm more into my card games like poker and Switch. Okay, that's fun too. Plague Inc. Evolved was fun before the pandemic. I enjoyed the game Pandemic before the pandemic.
No, I don't know either one, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, Pandemic was about a pandemic spreading around countries.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun, but not now. Oh, Stephanie, you're already playing games on the Switch. Like,
yeah,
you'll like Wingspan. Come on. Can a newbie wing it? That's exactly what's happening. Okay, I don't mean to go on about it. Let me show you what else I got at Ollie's, though. The point of going to Ollie's. Oh,
I already saw.
Let me just get this off her face. They put the sticker like right on her face.
Of course they did. Why do they do that?
If I can get it off.
Their stickers are pretty intense.
Yeah, at least this is on like plastic,
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like it's on the plastic.
Yeah. Okay, that's good enough. But the Buffy, what's it called? Legendary. Yeah, Legendary Buffy. There's a lot of cards and there's a mat. And I've heard good things. It's by Upper Deck. Also, like, it's old. I don't know when it came out. I feel like it's not like super old, but 2017. It's aged.
I will tell you right now, I will play that with you. Because I know we've had a light conversation on this. I will not claim to be any sort of Buffy fan like you are, but
Yeah.
when that show came out, I was like a faithful fan and watched every episode. I bought the VHS tapes because at the time that's what was available. And
I love that.
I really did love the show. I never got into the comics. Now I'm like intimidated on like where to even start if I wanted to, and I understand I'm talking to the perfect person to ask, but
Yeah.
when you hold up that box, like it just reminds me of those times, like watching it with my friend Lisa, you know, my first apartment ever. Like it was a very fun time.
I love that. Love that so
Yeah.
much. So I have this Buffy game. I have another one that I've never played with anyone. It actually
Oh.
looks more fun. And then we recently got a Buffy game that was on
Yeah.
sale. So
Wow.
we've
I
got
would
options.
yeah, if you want to pick one or bring them all,
Yeah.
whatever, like I would definitely play those.
But I'm super excited to have found this at Ollie's of all places. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I think it's like regular, I don't know, I ripped up the price tag, didn't I? Maybe $60 game or something, and it was obviously not. Anyway, very excited about that.
That's awesome.
And then Reed also brought me these to show. They're magic erasers.
Oh, I love that he did that.
Yeah. So he was like, also show them we got this. I'm like, okay. I'm
Which,
like
by the
throwing these
way,
boxes. There we go.
those things work great. So
Oh my gosh.
well done.
You all may know we have a very snotty cat. So she sneezes on the walls, and these things gets it right off. It's wonderful.
Nice.
So this suddenly became a product placement for magic erasers, not sponsored. So there's that. Let's see. I love Ollie's. I really want to go omnibus hunting at mine. Gabriel, go do it.
Gabriel, how's the selection in your Ollies? Like, is it hit, like some people say the book section's like hit or miss? Mine's really random. Like, well, not really mine. My mom's Ollie's. It's very random. But the last time I went, they did have some of the Omnis there. But I didn't really find I guess we get spoiled, but I didn't really find the prices to be all that fantastic for clearance or closeout
Yeah.
Omnis. I don't know.
Well, I think it was we were so used to like the last batch too that were
True.
like heavily discounted, you know?
True. So you just get spoiled.
I have the OG Buffy game. I never got that one, and I wish I had. So that's really cool. Buffy card game, I need to get. Chris, there were like a ton at mine, and I saw several people in that group from like even a year ago have them. So I'm thinking they just existed, a lot of them. Check it out, Chris.
Nice.
Yes, the 3 VHS packs. I remember seeing
Exactly.
those.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bar, hold on. Bar, you're not allowed to give me any crap ever again
Uh-oh.
about not reading your favorites when you haven't watched Buffy. What's happening? I'm just saying, you need it in your life because it's pure joy. 2, you're just not allowed. I just need you to know that. And I want you to do yourself a favor and watch Buffy.
And I have to say, one thing I always say about that show, especially because of when it came out, it was like, I just felt like it was very much ahead of its time with the writing. I mean, it's so witty and funny and, you know, it gets to your heart. Like there are moments, you know, I'd cry my eyes out. It was just so smart, you know?
Oh, absolutely agree. And it was ahead of its time with a lot of things. I mean, it broke ground with many, many things in the show.
Yep.
Particularly with, you know, a prominent gay couple in the show.
I almost said it. That would have been a spoiler.
Yeah. Like Buffy's before my time. Well, it ended not before your time, I would imagine. So.
And listen.
When it started, sure. You were born in 2000. It was still on in 2000. Just FYI. It had 7 seasons and it aired in 97. So what's your excuse, Bar? Also, it's streaming everywhere. So.
Wow, Bar tried to hit below the belt with an age reference.
Yeah, and it didn't work.
Jeez.
Didn't work. This is fair, except here's the thing I say about Buffy all the time.
Yeah.
That show goes beyond Joss. And that's why it's so easy for me to just be like, yeah, still, go watch it. It's great. Because my favorite episodes were not even written by Joss Whedon.
Oh, that's interesting, right?
Yeah, some of my favorite Buffy writers, Marty Noxon, Jane Espenson, great, amazing female writers with a lot of the episodes, like some of the best ones ever. Their whole writing team was amazing. Obviously, the actors and actresses also made that show. Like, it goes beyond him. He created it, you know.
Yeah,
But
when I think, and no disrespect to any writers or anything like that, because that was one of the first things I could just commented on, right? That I complimented. But when I think of that show, I think of the actors, like, first and
oh
foremost.
yeah,
Yeah.
always, yeah.
But
Well,
definitely, never overlooking what Josh Whedon, what he did and stuff, but
I mean,
you know.
Joss is the worst, absolutely. Like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
sucks. There's no denying that, and
Yeah.
certainly no defending that. But again, I just think so many of those writers, especially even the producer. I mean, I could name writers and producers on that show.
Yeah, which is
That's
really
how,
cool.
yeah, and that's how much of like an impact they had on like the
Yeah.
storytelling and where everything went. And
Yeah.
yeah, just good team there. Um, Buffy didn't end in 2023. If only, right? If only. But I think I know what you mean, James. Yeah, because it ended in like 2003. That's probably what you meant. Wait, was it even? It
If
may have been after that.
you want me to find out?
Yeah, he meant 2003. I was like, what? I'm thinking of Angel, which was like 2005, I think.
I watched some of Angel. I fell off, but I forget why. But I enjoyed it. That's something I should go back and
You should,
revisit.
yeah. And that, because that last season was so good. Ollie's is a disc, like a super heavily overstock store. So not like a Target or a Walmart, because it's all clearance stuff.
Yeah, it's like one aisle is as seen on TV products, then there are the books, then you could buy like dog toys, and then soap. It's like so
Yeah,
random.
yeah,
There's
it
like
is.
automotive, clothes. It's very random. And there could be like 3 of
Rugs.
one. Yeah, rugs, like 3 of one thing or 400 of one thing. Like,
Yeah,
it's so random.
it's a good time though.
Yeah.
Hayden remembers getting that 90s Buffy game for Christmas.
Oh, cool.
Never played it, no idea what happened to it. Hayden, should figure out what happened to it. I bet it's worth money now.
That's true.
I got the first omnibus of FF by Hickman from Walt's Comic Shop, much to my surprise. It literally arrived in bulletproof packaging.
Nice.
Are you sponsored by the Super Laugh Art? That was a good ad read. No, that's great.
I just love that, right? Imagine you order something and it comes like beautifully packed, no damages. If only every place did that.
Absolutely. I agree. Buffy's the last show
Yes.
on TV that I would run home from school to watch. Yeah, I mean it's one of the last ones I remember like not like running during the commercial break to the bathroom, right? And having to come back.
Yep.
Like I had to watch it when it aired.
I just have like all these memories attached to the show. Like I just pictured, it was like the first TV that I bought with like my own money. And it was nothing. It was like the smallest screen. I don't even know what size screen, but it was the kind when they started putting out TVs with the VCRs connected to it on the bottom. So like I would record Buffy, when it would come on and like replay because at the time it's just there's a lot of things like that we get nostalgic about, right? Because now you can stream pretty much anything you want whenever you want, and it was just very different. Like you couldn't do that then.
Yeah.
You caught it like, like Super Laugh Hard said, you had to catch it while it was on. So
When even just like being so excited to get those huge chunky DVD box sets that like
yeah.
flipped out.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And being able to be like, oh my gosh, there's behind the scenes stuff, which like now on any show, you get like
Of
that all the
course.
time on social media.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do sound old, Bar. You're right. But I mean, truly, like, yeah, it brings me back to that time too. Like even the final episode, I'll never forget watching it,
Yeah.
air and having
Yeah.
that moment.
Yep.
It's still great. I'm gonna have to rewatch that again soon.
Me too.
Ooh, Bar's not so unstoppable.
Oh, you guys.
Bar saying she was a baby. But you're not now, is the point.
Yeah, we just want you to enjoy it. That's all.
To not get royalties, I might try to pirate it. I mean, I don't endorse pirating. However, I don't. He probably has some kind of deal, but
I'm
probably
sure he
not a
does.
royalty deal for streaming. I don't think that's how it works. I mean, 20th Century owns it.
Oh, I see what you're
He
saying.
doesn't own it, you know.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think I don't think it works that way. I like the OG Buffy movie a lot until I saw the show, and thereafter I liked it some. I just I remember when I got into Buffy before my dad, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so excited!" And I got the first like season box set. Like I saw some reruns on,
Okay.
and I was like, I don't, and I can remember the season I was in and everything, and I was just like, I don't know what's happening, but I really want to see the rest of this.
Yeah.
So I went out and got the first season, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this, and my dad was like, "Oh, you gotta watch the movie first. You gotta watch the movie first." And I was like, "Do I have to? I just want to see the show," you know. And so he made me watch it. And I was like, "Okay, this is fine, I guess."
Right. I never saw the movie.
It's not my favorite. It's not my
No.
favorite. No, I mean the show is. It's just so much better, and I was excited to get my parents into it too. So
Nice.
did y'all in the U.S. have those weird Buffy VHS tapes that just combined the 2-part episodes into movies? 2-part episodes into movies. I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
I don't know.
You stumped us, Hayden.
I'm like, people need to understand that flawed people can make beautiful art. I don't want to live in a world where only perfect people can make art. I mean, I understand, like, you know, if you don't feel comfortable supporting someone, but I just think this is a situation where it's really different. I mean, the show isn't on anymore. You know, it made its money, and that's it.
Yeah.
The people, like a lot of people he directly hurt, made the show.
Yeah.
You know,
true.
they were actresses involved in the show, so I don't want to like not watch that and not support them, you know. And they still like say this is one of the greatest things I ever did, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a personal decision.
Of course.
But,
And I think you do bring up a lot of good points about how it's not just, you know, yes, we fully understand he's the creator, but all the other artists and writers and actors and actresses like involved, that's a lot of jobs, you know, and that's a lot of people's work, you know. But like you said, you know, everybody should do what they feel comfortable with. And I also understand Super Laugh Hard's point too, you know.
sure.
But I think we all realize it's definitely an individual personal choice that we all make, you know. We all have different ways of expressing that too, like, you know. So I think
like there's like some comic creators. I'm not going to go out there and
Mhm.
buy their books when I know they only made
Yes.
this book and it came out
Yes.
from a publisher where they get the money.
Yes.
The creator, you know. So there's some things that I'm like, I'm not going
Yeah.
to cross that line myself. So yeah, you just, you know, but I think it's harder for me to like be okay with that versus something that was clearly a big collaborative effort of people.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think, you know what? I respect people decide what they want to do ultimately with their own money.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
That's their choice. I mean,
Money talks. I get it.
yeah, right?
Yeah. Batmanda says this is super random, but I heard there's an American Girl doll for the 90s now, and that she has a cat named Buffy. I
No
love
way.
everything about that. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm trying not to be insulted that she's part of their historical collection. I feel that, Batmanda. It's pretty messed up. 2003, because a lot of SMG's interviews for Wolfpack keep asking her how she feels it's 20th anniversary of the show ended. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, that is weird. That's so weird. Wish we had stores like that in Israel. I'm assuming stuff in Ollie's are cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah, Bar, they're way cheaper. And really, I'm just trying to picture my cart. Like when I go with my mom, it's like, it'd be like a stack of books from me. My mom gets her little Ziploc bags, like coffee.
Nice.
It's just like, it's so random. It's so
yeah, like
random.
we've gotten towels and
Yeah.
our living room rug is from there because they really do have the cheapest rugs. Like,
I got to tell you, I bought Levi's jeans there.
Why not?
For $10.
Do that.
I wish I bought like everything that they like every size that like my size that they had because I bought 2 and they're like some of my favorite jeans I have now. So
that's beautiful. Love
yeah.
that. That's okay, but I'm more of a Charmed person.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. I never got into Charmed, but that's cool.
I watched the first couple seasons and I liked it, but again, I fell off for no reason. I don't know why. One of my best friends loves Charmed. Loves
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, some of my friends in high school, like, well, friends in college, I guess, really were
Yeah.
into it. And I was like, I don't know. It was like past the time where, like, some things in Buffy aged like that too, like read like the special effects
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that. It just felt like I think I tried to watch Charm like way after the fact, and I was like, it's too cheesy in
Yeah.
certain ways,
I
and I
get
didn't
it.
have that nostalgia for it,
Yep.
So I don't know. Why are you still in school at 8 p.m.? I agree. It must be. Well, I mean, people are in different time zones, right? Like it came on earlier than 8 p.m. where I was.
I think
Probably
it was
7.
I
I
think
don't
it
know.
was 8 p.m. for me,
That makes sense. So 7 Central, 8 Eastern.
but I definitely wasn't in school then.
Yeah, I wasn't either. I guess if you had extracurriculars, though, you'd run home for it.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah. True.
Yeah. I remember back in the day, Buffy used to air twice in the UK.
Oh.
Censored version early in the evening after The Simpsons, and then an uncensored version.
Well, what went on in the uncensored version?
And what did they censor? I wish we got those Chonker DVDs here. We had the cross packaging for season 2, then the Bible editions for the rest. Yeah, I love those. I still have all those DVDs. I'm never getting rid of them.
I think I have the DVDs too. I think I do.
I'll have to, maybe next show I'll be like, remember how these folded out and it was like, why are they so big?
Yeah, I'll see if I still have mine.
I only started watching English language shows when I was 12, so that's 2012.
Oh wow.
That's cool, Bar. It's 2023. Watch Buffy. At this point, I just want you to watch some of it, and then we can talk about it. And then hey, it'll be an exchange, and then I'll watch or read one of your books that you want me to read. How about that?
Love it.
I remember downloading the unaired Buffy pilot off LimeWire in college.
LimeWire, wow.
I remember the unaired pilot too. I took I I downloaded a version of the musical that was in French.
Whoa.
So all the songs were sung in French, and I brought like a clip of 2 of the songs to my French class, and we watched it.
Oh, that's
That was in high
cool.
school. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I was really exposed to foreign language stuff until we got the Disney Channel in Israel. Still catching American stuff. That's totally fair, Bar. I get it. I'm just saying, consider putting Buffy on your list. It really broke ground on like so many great like LGBT things and just wonderful dialogue and storylines in general. And the actors and actresses are amazing. That's all. I like watching Buffy episode reaction videos to see how new viewers see the show. That's funny.
That's probably so fun.
I need to look some of those up.
Yeah.
That's fun. Good evening, Michael B.
Hey, Michael.
Let's see, the best show I would run school to watch was a badly dubbed show called Monkey Magic. Did you get that in the U.S.?
I don't think so.
I'm not familiar.
Monkey Magic.
No, I totally get what you're saying, Bar. You don't feel comfortable supporting people like that about how great their art is. I can't bring myself to ever try the Harry Potter books. Again, I just, personally, for me, I feel like that's different because she wrote those books. She's the only one involved in that. I also don't want to support her. That's all. Just feels different to me. But I respect that and understand. Buffy, Charmed, and Xena are the holy trinity for queer 90s kids. That's what I hear. I never watched Xena, though. Did you watch Xena?
I did not. I have friends that are diehard Xena. I just never got into it.
But I don't.
Yeah.
I never did. Seems like the 90s had a lot of teen fantasy shows. Grew up watching Teen Wolf. Haven't seen that either.
See, I know Teen Wolf from like the Michael J. Fox movies. That was Teen Wolf, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. But I mean, there was like the show after that, right? Like a modern show.
Yeah, I'm definitely not talking about the modern.
Oh no, I know that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think they just toned down a little bit of the violence and stuff. Okay. Here, certain things can't be aired until after 9 p.m., but the BBC wanted a larger audience for the show. Okay, interesting.
That is interesting.
Bar read Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Bar, what are we doing here? Why aren't we talking about that? Why are we talking about Buffy? Why are we talking about that? Kristen saying Bar Buffy has hot gay women and it is all you need. I mean, it's true though. Like, look, Willow and Tara forever broke all the ground, right? For like everything. That was the first scene where you saw two women in a bed that implied that they just slept together. That was the first ever on network TV.
Yep.
So they broke a lot of ground. It's awesome. And they're awesome. You know, I met Tara once. She was lovely. Buffy's the first mainstream show to have a lesbian kiss and adult fun. Hayden beat me to it. Yep.
I love adult fun time scene.
Adult fun time scene. Love that. Super Laughheart says, don't get me wrong. I purchased no Warren Ellis stuff for a long time. There were editions that I wanted, but I could not buy stuff without a clear conscience. Super Laughheart. I applaud you for that. I will never buy any Warren Ellis stuff ever again. So I feel that. And yeah. That's good. I love Delilah Green. Bar, why aren't we talking about Delilah Green? She's about the sequel to Delilah. Astrid. Oh, yeah. You mean Astrid Parker doesn't care? That's not what it's called. What's it called?
Astrid Parker
doesn't fail. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't fail. Apparently everyone in that group is, 100%, because the next book, too. I love Delilah Green. I also loved Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. And I imagine I will also love, what's the other one called? What's her name? I can't think of her name now.
My brain's not moving quick enough right now. Though the third book is, you told me who it's about.
Something Doesn't Date. What's her name? I can't think of her name. Okay, the other friend doesn't date. Iris, no. Yeah, Iris, right?
Yeah.
Iris Kelly doesn't date. That's it.
You would say you loved the second book too? Did you give it 5 stars?
Here's the thing. I love Delilah Green to a level that cannot be reached.
It's tough. That is a tough bar.
That's how
bar.
Delilah Green was on a whole other level than Astrid Parker. However, I still really would say I loved it.
Okay. No, that's good. You know,
it wasn't as much love.
Yeah.
Right? I can't quantify that love, right? But I just had such a great time with it. I was so happy to see like Delilah again and Claire, and I mean, it was still everything it could be. It was different characters. It's going to be a different book, but I still also I really like Jordan. I like the characters.
I like Jordan too.
Yeah. So I know most people were like, I didn't love, and it's like, yeah, I didn't love it as much. Who could?
We'll have to have. I don't want to. I'm afraid I'm sitting here sort of awkwardly silent because I don't want to spoil anything. But we'll have to have a conversation about that second book because there's some stuff I have to ask/discuss with you.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
We'll do that. Bar, I will be interested in your thoughts about the second one as well.
Yeah, definitely.
What I loved about Delilah Green is the fact that it didn't really fully focus on the romance. I agree. Delilah Green was just a great friendship book, life book. I mean, it was everything. Truly.
That's a great point. I think that is what I loved about the first book, and I think just lacked a little bit in the second one. Is that fair to say?
I think that's fair, but I think I don't know how to tell you my thoughts without spoiling things. So we'll talk about it after.
All right, yeah.
I get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
And Bar, I love that a big part of the main story was trying to break up Astrid and her father. Yeah, that was so good. So good. Have you ever watched Gargoyles? Yeah. It was a good time.
I have not.
Sister brought me the book and called me from the store like, I bought you a lesbian book.
Good job, sister.
Bar, it was my favorite thing I read last year. 100%. I read it twice last year.
That's another thing you made me do.
Oh, and I'm so glad that you loved it too. I wouldn't have known how to react if you didn't. But speaking of reads, it's only an hour into the show. Sorry, you guys. Thanks for chatting with us.
I know, it's fun.
You want me to go? You want to go back and
Uh,
forth? How many do you have? No judgment.
I only have 2 completed, and I have,
Okay.
I think 1 or 2 that I'm working on.
You tell me your 2 completed. Let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
The first one, I gave this 5 stars. I love this book. I think I'm gonna say everyone should read it. It, like, kicked me in the gut, like, ripped my heart out. You ever read something and you almost feel like, wow, I didn't even know that's something that I went through in my childhood, or I didn't know that was what it was called, or I didn't know there were words to describe that thing. It could be, how you felt about yourself as a kid. Maybe it could be about you not fitting in or feeling like you don't fit in or whatever the case. But let me tell you what it is. In Limbo by Deb J.J. Lee. This came out not too long ago, like maybe 2, 3 weeks ago. It's published by First Second. So I'll just read a little bit of the back for you. It says it's a stunning debut graphic memoir that explores the intersection of mental health and the Korean American dysphoria. So this book is done in such a way that, if you remember correctly, not too long ago, I was like, talking about how I felt about memoirs and stuff. And I would just like to state that maybe sometimes I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Because I just love this book. I'm half Japanese, and I have to tell you, after reading the story, like I do feel very fortunate for some of my upbringing, but there were just so many things that, again, I don't want to spoil anything that I could relate to, particularly just feeling like, when you grow up like with an Asian parent, my mom is Japanese and my dad is American, Irish and German. It was a time when like now I feel like now it's a bit different, and obviously depending on where you live, right? Now it's like cool if you know multiple languages, if you have different backgrounds. But when I was growing up, it was different. It was like, be American, speak English. Like, seriously, that's how it was. You were supposed to like hang on to being an American versus like, you know, loving where you came from, all parts of it. So there were so many parts of this book that really got to me, and I just really appreciate how honest she wrote this, the way she wrote it. And I mean, the art's amazing. I know I showed some of it last week too, but I highly recommend if you just want to get an honest look into somebody's life. It might be there are some, I should mention there, there's trigger warnings in this book. There's a suicide attempt. And it really, really gives you insight on what it's like to grow up in an Asian American family. There's also some mental health involving her parents, which is interesting because that is a statistic that's real. Like, in the Asian culture, I can speak for my family only. It's not something you talked about, like, ever, right? It's different now. But even now, like, I can't see calling up my mom and being like, oh, I'm dealing with some things. I can talk to my mom, don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying. It was a, particularly when I was growing up, it was a very different in that regard. So then you think about like, oh wow, what if your parents were suffering from their own mental health issues? What would that be like for you, right? So again, I'm probably not fully describing the book well, but I just am more so sharing my experience with it. I'm still not finished like processing how I feel about this book, and I'm probably going to read it again very soon because I want to. I think it was Jessica that I can't remember if we talked about it on the live show or if it was like in our chat, but that's the glory of rereading, because I felt like when I was reading this, I was going so fast because I was so into it and I wanted to know like how the story ended or where she ended it, like how much she ended up sharing, like up until what point, right? But now that I know that, now I can really go back and and really, pick up more of the details that possibly I missed. Things I missed because I read through it so quickly. But I highly, highly recommend this book if that sounds like your cup of tea. And look at that cover.
I was just gonna say, I can't get over how beautiful the cover is.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah,
So-
this has been on my list of one that I've been interested in. It's for second.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing. And the fact that you're praising it, I have to absolutely. I think I have it on hold at the library. I think.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, I'm stoked.
I mean, this art it's all like I don't know what you say, monotone sort of
That's
art.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know why I'm squinting and I could just make you solo. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
I forget.
I mean, see
Yeah, that's an
that?
option. Oh yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's gorgeous. Yeah, I'm trying to find like better panel. Look at this. Just want to make sure I'm not showing anything that's like
That's so nice.
right. But yeah, I when you read, not to sound corny, but like when you read something like this, it's just like, this is why I read. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Yeah, really. I got a little emotional reading it, to be honest. So yeah, I don't want to carry on and on about it, but highly recommend.
Is that when you feel like now, March 2023, you feel like at the end of the year when we inevitably make a top 10 list or something, you think that'll be on there for sure?
100%.
Yeah, I love that. I love when we can read something like so early on and know like this is definitely going to be there.
Yep. And especially I feel like we both have been really focusing on like what is in my library, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what am I collecting here?
Mm-hmm.
So to read something like that, and there's like no question in my mind, that's not going anywhere. If anything, I think there may even be a hardcover out there that might even get upgraded. That's how much I loved it.
Do it. I bet there is. First Second tends to do that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They do the paperback and hardcover at the same time coming out.
That's cool.
Yeah. Well, you sold Super Laugh Hard?
That's awesome. Thank you.
Chris saying he's definitely going to check it out for sure. For sure. Hayden's asking if we've read Cemetery Boys. Hayden, I have not. I don't think Mary has either.
I have not, but I know that that's very praised on some booktube channels that I watch.
Yeah, me too. And I actually have that sitting on my shelf, Hayden. So
oh, you do? Nice.
If you get around to reading it, Hayden, let me know because
nice.
Maybe it'll make me pull it off the shelf. It's been there for too long.
Yeah, I heard it's great.
Bar wants to know if you speak Japanese.
Bar, I wish I did, but again, that kind of went along with growing up. It was like, my mom didn't teach me, and I wish I would have learned as a kid. The cool thing is my mom still has a couple Japanese friends, so it's just like so cool to me to hear her on the phone, speaking Japanese, and she has family in Japan as well. But I really wish that's definitely a regret of mine that I didn't learn as a kid, but it just wasn't really something that was provided to me, which I get. It was just a different time.
Yeah, makes sense. That sounds really good, not gonna lie. It does.
Cool.
Profound is rare, but equally searched for.
True.
Absolutely.
Good point.
Cemetery Boys buddy read. Hey, let me know. We'll do it. We'll try to do it. That would sound so confident.
Yeah, I'm like, should I commit? And then I was thinking, maybe I could get the audiobook from the library.
Yeah. So you read another book?
Oh, you want me to keep going?
Yeah. Well, you have the two, right? So
you're like, you only have two. Why don't you just finish what you're doing?
I don't mean it like that.
So this one I listened to on audio, and oops, sorry guys. I think I mentioned this last week. A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. It is, what does it say? A monk and robot book. So basically, what is it?
I just want to say I'm proud of you for finishing that because you were talking about just starting it last time, right?
Yeah, this was one I listened to. I listened to a lot of it on the train, so that's like I can knock out a big portion each day.
That's awesome.
Thank you. So this is like one of those books I'm going to try to describe and like I tease you and Maddie sometimes when you talk about One Piece. I'm like, you two sound like you're high.
Can't wait.
So there's a monk right? And he doesn't want to leave his monkdom. Is that a word? But he decides he wants to basically be a different kind of monk and go out into like the world, and he becomes what they call a tea monk. So basically it's like a tea monk is sort of like a therapist for people. Like he goes out, I'm sorry, they go out and they take their carriage, and it has like, the other monks stock it up with all supplies and everything. It's a positive move for them because it's something they want to do. They want to go out into the world, be more hands-on, see what's out there in nature, the whole deal. So they become a tea monk, and at first they're very like nervous because they realize like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know how to help people, counsel people. Then they slowly learn after practice and sitting down with people, offering them. It's literally them sitting down with like a cup of tea and saying like, Kristen, how's your day? And then if you decide you want to share, be like, oh, well, I'm going through this and that. It's sort of like therapists, but it's like a tea monk. So apparently in this world, though, at one point, all the robots went away. Don't exactly ask me how. That might be a spoiler anyway. So they come across a robot out in the forest, and this friendship develops. And it's really cool. And it's more of like, I kind of viewed this as like, I think I'm making up a category here. I think it felt to me like a cozy sci-fi kind of book.
Okay.
I would even say, wait, hold on. A cozy slice of life sci-fi story. How's that?
Nice.
Because it doesn't get into like a ton of detail. You're really just following them as they make this decision to change the type of monk they want to be, the friendship that develops with this robot, and how they sort of learn from each other, like assumptions they have of each other. I think there's one other book after this one. I'm definitely going to listen to it, especially if it's the same narrator, because I really enjoyed the narration. And I think it's something you would like as well.
Okay.
So,
that sounds really good.
Right? You're thinking about it, maybe?
Yeah, I am.
And I should mention, I gave In Limbo 5 stars. I think that was obvious. And then I gave this one 4. Almost 5.
Okay.
But, yeah, so for me, that was like an incredible reading week. And then when we talk later about what I'm working on, I have some thoughts on one of the things that I started. And I'm going to finish it, but boy, there was almost a DNF moment.
Oh my gosh. Can't wait for that.
And I hate to throw around DNF because not everybody says that. That's did not finish.
Yeah.
I almost said did not finish.
Yeah. I get that. I almost said it too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I read 5 things.
Well
since
done.
the last episode. Thank you.
Well
it's been a while. It's been a
Yeah.
while. I will say I finished one of them today, and I read one entirely today, which is wild to me. Okay, we'll get to that.
Wow.
But I want to begin with the one I don't physically have. I should have had a screenshot ready like you. I'm not that cool.
I'm so cool.
You're pretty cool.
It's more the panic in me. I'm like, oh my, like Wednesday night,
Yeah,
I'm like freaking out.
I should have been cooler, but instead I'll just see if you guys can see this. Nope.
Hey, that works. I know what it is.
Yeah, it's Supergirl, the woman of
There she
tomorrow.
is.
There it goes. There she goes. Read this on Hoopla. This was my homework reading for the Fangirl show that we did not have. We will probably talk about this Sunday, unless Maddie's still sick. Feel better, Maddie, if you're watching
Feel
this
better,
at some
Maddie.
point. Yeah. So that's a bummer. But I will say, so everyone hyped this up. Tom King wrote it. I don't. I'm like, have I read anything else from Tom King? I may not have. I don't know. People seem to love or hate him. I don't know. I think it's well documented, but I'll just say for anyone who doesn't know, I absolutely despise Superman as a character. Thankfully, he wasn't in this. Generally, what?
You just wanted to slam Superman. He didn't
Well,
even.
she's his cousin. Okay, I feel
All
like
right, there's the connection. All right.
Well, and I was getting to my point of I always think all of the super characters have always looked very stupid to me. Okay, just throwing it out there. I think the cape's dumb. I think the outfits are dumb. I've never, like, it's a lot of words and anger. Okay, I get it. That's how I felt all my life, right?
Okay.
And then I read Supergirl Being Super because I was told to. And I did. And I was like, I like this. So then everybody's like, well, if you like Supergirl Being Super, you're going to like Supergirl Woman to Swirl. And I was like, I'm open to this. I'm open to this. At this point in my life, I'm open to this. If anyone makes me ever read a Superman book, I also read it. I did read Superman Smashes the Klan, and I absolutely loved it. However, I would argue it's not a Superman book. So he just happened to be in it and in the title. No, the story, anyway. So my point is, I never thought I would be a person who would be like, yeah, like this Supergirl book. Again, I will say I very much liked Supergirl Being Super. Loved it. I'd say I probably even loved it, right? Good
Okay.
times. Supergirl One with Tomorrow. Started reading it. I was told by my buddy Maddie it would be a quick read. I'm going to let you all know it's not a quick read, okay? In fact, I would even go as far as to say, in some points, it is quite dense. There's a lot of narration boxes. You are not following Supergirl throughout the story. You're following another character, someone that she meets who is telling you this story about essentially meeting and going on this big journey with Supergirl, right? And that character was wonderful. I did not love all the narration boxes. I didn't love the moments that were quite dense. I think there could have been some editing in it. I think it was not necessary, a lot of it, right?
Okay.
But I still really liked the story. And especially after the like, because I even voiced my buddy Mary, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. I was like a few pages in, I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Like three or four pages.
Yeah. And then a few pages later, I was like, just kidding. I like it.
Right.
So it was quite entertaining. Supergirl as a character herself, at least in this version. I don't know how she is throughout all of DC. I don't know anything about it other than what I've read here, right? Very entertaining, very like she was dropping F-bombs. The kind of thing, I mean, obviously they're not going to type out an F-bomb, it's in like characters, so you just assume it's an F-bomb, which was delightful. It was just delightful. And her relationship with this character you're following is also delightful. It's just, you know what? It was just a romping good time, I got to tell you.
Romping good time.
Romping good time.
Oh.
So I'm glad I read it. I think it was ultimately worth the hype.
Okay, wow.
Everyone,
I didn't expect this. I just didn't expect it.
Bar says personally enjoyed the narration. I guess it's for everyone. I don't know that I didn't like. I liked the way it was told. I guess I just think some of those pages that were just blasted with text boxes. I was like, I'm sorry. Did I start reading a Chris Claremont book in the middle of this? Do you know what I mean? Like I was just confused. Tom, he loves writing. His books are never quick reads. Sometimes he drags the stories, and sometimes it adds to them. I think part of it was perhaps my misconception of that going into it as well, right?
Okay.
Because I was told one thing, and then it was like, nope, and I was like, oh, what?
Yeah.
And that threw me off a little bit too. I'm really happy this book is being made into a movie.
Oh,
that's exciting. I didn't even know that. Girl sounds super. That's funny. Yeah, okay, Bar loves it so much. Good.
Nice.
Good. I usually don't care about Superman, though I'm currently reading a series says, but I like Supergirl. She's much cooler. She is much cooler. I agree. Though that bar's low.
Whoa.
Ruth was so sweet. Yeah, so the character you're following is Ruth. I say Ruth. I don't know if maybe that's not how you say it, but
it's tempting to say Ruthie, but
maybe it is.
I have no idea.
I don't know. But yeah, so I did really enjoy it. I gotta say, I'm stuck on a rating though. I don't like usually I'll read something and I'm like, I know what this is, but I'm like, I did really enjoy it, but I don't know. So maybe 4. No,
I don't know. I don't really know if it's a 4 for you.
You're like, I think it's a 2.
No, not a 2. Definitely not. Definitely not a 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sitting with it. I don't know yet.
Okay.
Yeah, because in direct movie adaptation, that's cool.
Am I strange that I know everybody loves like if you read something, then they come out with a show or a movie, and most people are like so excited. I don't know, like I never want to watch what like the product of a book. Like I never want to watch the show or the movie. I don't know. Do you think do you think something's wrong with me?
I think, well, you know what? Good question is, did you watch Sweet Tooth?
No.
Okay, you should. No, you should. And here's why. Because one, you've read it now, but two,
Okay.
it is quite different in a lot of ways than the book, but there's enough in common
Yeah.
that you're gonna really like to, like, your favorite character in Sweet Tooth, that was also mine,
Aw.
is a delight in the show. Like,
Really?
don't you want to see him come to life? You, Mary. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Mary, try the first episode. Just like Schitt's Creek. Just try the first episode. Tell me what
Whoops.
you think.
I thought I could get through the whole show without that coming up.
Whoops.
Whoops.
You know, I did miss this question from Gabriel.
Oh.
Are we Lord of the Rings fans?
I saw I think I read The Hobbit in high school, possibly. I saw the 3 movies. I enjoyed them. I have them on DVD. That's all. I'm not like a super fan, but I saw the movies in the theater too, if that matters.
I did the same, and I also really like the movies. I never read the books. I've meant to read The Hobbit for a long time. It's my dad's favorite, but
Yeah.
I never did. And it's the shorter one, so I like that. So one day I'll do that. But yeah, that's pretty much. I feel like Reed's love goes deeper. He actually has
Oh,
the One Ring
Oh, cool.
inscription around his arm tattooed. So
I think I'd like to find like a good narration of it and listen to all the audiobooks. I think that would be really fun.
I heard they're out there. Oh, Reed has thoughts. He's coming. He has thoughts. You wanted to show your tattoo? Are you awake? Here's his tattoo.
Oh, cool. I never knew that's what that was.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. She thinks it's cool, Reed.
I know.
He said, I know I'm cool. All right, good. You okay? Okay, good. All right.
Oh, Reed.
Reed, we all hear you burping. Reed,
He's
people are going to think I'm burping.
Yeah, that's the plan. Open your mouth. Good.
That was good.
Wow, we did that. Okay.
And then you farted.
No, he's making fart noises.
He's such a dude right now.
He really is. It's a lot. All right, he left. Chris calls her Ruth Eye. Okay.
Oh, Ruth I.
How about grading the art and then the writing out of 10? Oh. I did really like the art. I mean, I like the writing, but I just think, is a lot. I don't know. And I also don't do out of 10s. It's so hard to laugh hard. I appreciate the comment, but
Oh no, are we gonna go through the
we're going through the scale.
what's this?
So if I
Sorry.
gave it a 3, but I convert it to a 10, it's a
That'd be
6.
15 points. I like
That'd
doing
be
the points.
15 points. It's funny. What I love a book, it makes me fall in love with the characters. So when a book ends and I don't get to see the characters anymore, I'm glad they get kind of a second life on screen. I like that.
That's cool. I wish I felt the same because I'd have so much more possible enjoyment, right? I know Kristen's going to say, "Well, why don't you try?" And then maybe you will.
I mean, Sweet Tooth's so good.
I'll say it for you.
The art is the best of any comic I've ever read.
Oh, wow.
I don't agree, but I appreciate that comment, Chris, because the art was really good. The Sweet Tooth TV show is lush. I loved it so much. I just loved it so much. Indie Circus did the audiobooks, and they were wonderful.
Thank
I
you.
knew
Hayden.
someone famous did some of the audiobooks.
Yeah.
What is it with Americans and listening to books? Well, some people have to listen to books. One,
Bar.
come on, Bar. What are we doing here, Bar?
Well, all right, Bar. You want to ask? I'll tell you. For me, personally, I am much more of a. I'm sort of a radio nerd. Like I grew up listening to the radio. I think that kind of formed a lot of why I adore audiobooks because I love to hear the story. Like I just process so much better listening to audiobooks. And plus I have a long commute, so when you're on public transportation with others, like reading a physical book or reading your e-reader doesn't always work because people are annoying. But boy, when I have my headphones on, I can't hear their nonsense. And I can really enjoy the audio experience. And because now there's just so many great narrations out there, um, it's just the whole world. Like, I mean, I love both. Like you see the stacks of books that we show each week, but I love a good audiobook. It's just a great way to hear a story. It just like think about it, like back in the day, like I didn't live in those times, but people used to listen to stories through their radios. Like they didn't have TVs. So there's something to be said about it. But
Yeah.
maybe it is an American thing. I don't know. But I love it.
Well, and it's great. It's great for accessibility, you know,
Oh my
because
goodness, yeah.
obviously there are people who can't see who need audio or books, and
Yeah.
even people who have poor vision or like some sort of, you know, I think it's great for even like a lot of people with like certain disabilities and
Mhm.
things are able to like, you know. Anyway, so regardless of that, though, for me personally, I love it for multitasking, right? You
Oh my
know,
goodness, yeah. In the
I
car,
well,
right?
even in
Like,
so the car. So my commute used to be much longer, and I would
mhm,
always listen to like audiobooks and stuff. I would get so much done,
mhm.
and that was really nice. But also just like road trips too. Reed and
Yeah.
I, the last David Sedaris book that came out, we listened to that together. It was so wonderful. Plus, like hearing a David Sedaris book narrated by David Sedaris is so much better than
Yeah.
reading it, right?
Yeah.
To physically like hold it and read
Yeah,
it.
because he's like talking to you.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
best.
it's great. Yeah.
Also, I love how his are put together with like the music between the chapters and like there are like live bits of
Yeah.
him like performing, and
Yep.
his are like I feel like a lot of people cannot compete. His are great. But also like, you know, some of the last audiobooks, the Math Pere one I listened to and hated. I'm so happy I only listened to that while I was working. I got paid to listen to that.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay, yeah.
you know, and I didn't have to pay for it. So what a great
Yeah.
joy ultimately that it
Yeah.
didn't feel like I took like moments out of my life
True.
to dedicate to that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I like that aspect of it too.
Well, you know I do this a lot too, like, if I'm reading a book and then, oh, Alexander's here.
Oh,
Um, if I'm reading a book and, like, I know I'm gonna be on the road for an hour, you know, uh, on the weekend or something, I'll actually listen to the audiobook and then sync it up to where I am in the physical book, so when I'm back home, then I start reading the physical book again. Sometimes I do both. Just I don't know. I like how it allows me to, like, read further into something, so
yeah, absolutely. There are a few audiobooks that keep my attention. I know a lot of people have a hard time with that. I have a hard time if I'm at work, especially like listening to a fiction audiobook.
yeah,
There's something about that that I feel like I don't want to lose track of characters
I get
versus
that.
if it's like an autobiography, which I do, or a memoir that I enjoy listening to, it
Yeah.
feels different. There's something different about it.
I
It's
get
more
that because
podcasty.
yes, exactly, or, like, especially if the author is reading it to you, it's like they're
Mhm.
telling you the story, you're not like, "Wait, who is this Jack guy?
Yeah,
Where did he come in from?" That's just yeah, it's definitely different.
yeah, for sure. Hot take: The Hobbit graphic novel is not only better than the book; it's faster read.
Wow.
Oh, that is a hot take. Okay,
I have to admit, I didn't even know there was a graphic novel.
I think I heard about it, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
I might check that out.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that my dad has. Dad, if you're watching this later, which you are at some point, text me and be like, I haven't read that or whatever. I don't think you have. Maybe I'm wrong. Kristen, why are you burping on stream? You thought that was me, Bar?
Silly.
I love Lord of the Rings. I've read The Hobbit and the trilogy twice. Wow. And you even go beyond. Look at you.
Nice.
That's cool. No matter how much I enjoyed an audiobook, they send me to sleep quicker than
Oh,
anything.
really?
A lot of people use that for a nice sleep method too, right? Like,
Really?
yeah, well, and you could set the like thing to make it go off. So I know people like will just put in earbuds and try to go to sleep and just hear like listen to like a calming voice narrate something.
Interesting.
It's nice. I tried audiobooks once and I kept getting distracted or something. Or sometimes I would realize that we passed to another chapter without even noticing. Just have a hard time paying attention. That's fair.
I get
That's
that.
fair. have to actively read in order to fully pay attention to what's happening. It's also why I can't listen to podcasts. That's a bummer because there's so many good podcasts now. JMS has some great audiobooks.
Oh yeah,
Really?
super laugh hard. You're giving me a lot to look up.
Yeah, for real. I think she wants to give it 4 stars, but is struggling because it's super family.
It's
Because
so
it's
true.
released. I mean, I did love Super Sons. That's another one.
But you're gonna say that wasn't a Superman book.
I mean, it wasn't. It was about the Sons. I do not have nor have read any Hobbit Lord of the Rings comics.
Wow.
Open to it, of course. That's pretty wild, Dad. You should do that because I feel like you have thoughts and opinions. Also, I didn't know you were still here, so hey.
Hey.
Thank old Papa Larry. Don't call him that. Said on his book club with old Papa. Oh, this it's funny then. Okay. Omnidog said he hadn't read it. Okay,
Oh,
good.
okay.
I watched that book club, but I don't remember that. But all right. I enjoyed listening to audiobooks. The only problem is sometimes the voice actor narrator choice is very bad. So true.
James, that is spot on. I've bailed on. I'm like, I can't do it. Just when the narration. Kristen, I feel
I
like
had to.
recently I shared with you. I don't know if it was on a show or not. Something I was listening to, like because I was reading the physical book and listening to the audio. Oh, what was it?
Was it? Well, was it maybe the one I DNF'd on audio, which was the Riley Sager House on the Lake or whatever. Because I started that audiobook and I was
Mhm.
like, oh, I cannot with this person. She also sounded way older than the character, and I was
Well,
just like,
that's-
what are we doing here?
That's the thing. Like the character is. We're not making this up. But like the character is written much younger, and then you go to the audiobook and it sounds like it's the character's like legit grandmother doing the narration.
Yeah,
It was odd. That
was
was
odd.
for such a popular author to let that go through. I don't know. That was strange to me too.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Yeah.
The only audiobooks I've listened to were either autobiographies or books read by the characters the books were about.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that is my preference for an audiobook is some sort of autobiography or memoir read by the person. Mostly, again, just because when I listen to audiobooks, I'm usually at work or doing something
Yeah.
or driving or something like that. My dad says, I'm filling out my top 10 most wanted Marvel Omnibus ballot entry. Omar is putting together while listening. Want to see my list? Sure, Dad.
Sure.
Show me your list.
Let's see, Larry.
All right. I didn't even get to my other books, did I? Let me do that.
I know. We're all
just
very
talking.
chatty tonight. I love it.
No, it's great. So I did give this one 3 stars, and that was The Antler Boy and Other Stories by Jake Parker.
Oh, you read that? That's that cover. Every time you held
did.
it up, I'm like, so cute.
I adore the cover. This was an anthology series, all books by Jake Parker, or all like little stories by Jake Parker. Some I liked more than others. I feel like it was a classic anthology in that way.
Right.
Carrie didn't want to keep this book. She was like, forget it.
Wow, and that is such a nice sketch.
Yeah, it's a really cool sketch. I like it.
Okay, Carrie.
Okay, Carrie, whatever. What I will say is the Robot and the Sparrow was my favorite story in here. And it was about this little robot boy and the sparrow.
He is dear. Look at him.
It was adorable. I really liked it. I will say, though, I would have read a whole book of them, and it was pretty short, you know? And there were other adventures in here I liked. Some I was like, okay, that it ended in a, like, some would end in a way where I'd be like, where's the rest? You know?
Yeah.
And that's what's hard about an anthology collection, especially something this short and in comic form. I think it's hard to do.
Yeah.
But I like how all of his kind of different art styles were showed off, right? And I generally liked most of the art throughout this. Some of it was difficult, but like this stuff was beautiful.
Wow.
You know, and it's all by him. So he has a very nice variety of different art styles. And I ultimately, you know, I gave it 3. I enjoyed it. Again, there were parts I enjoyed more than the others, and I had to balance those like that.
Do you know if that's on, is that on Hoopla?
I don't think so. I think he put this out himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got this at like maybe a half price or something. Yeah, it's copyrighted by him, and the publisher, I think, is himself. So
I might
JP
look
on
that
the
up.
back.
That
Yeah.
I'm interested in that.
Yeah, so 10 short stories. Again, I think some more better than others, but especially those moments with like super beautiful art and the antler boy and
Yeah.
the robot boy, like that was ultimately worth the journey, I think. So
Nice.
so I read that.
Cool.
I also read, some may know already, but The Abominable Charles Christopher, volumes 1 and 2. And these
Aw.
were incredible. I'm so happy I kickstarted these a while back and I just hadn't read them. And the art is just amazing. Mary, you've got to check these out. I think you're going to love it.
Well, I was just going to tell you that you've been recommending this to me, and I wouldn't have known about it without you. So I
you.
I was looking on that website, but I wasn't very patient because like some are still in print, the hardcovers aren't available. Like I have to
Yeah.
figure out. I would like to get. Obviously, it's going to be a paperback route to get all. I think
Mhm.
I could do that on his site, right? Get all 3 paperbacks.
You can get all 3, and they're only 15 each. So that's
Yeah.
actually a really good deal for the paperbacks, I think, because they're also
Yeah.
very high quality. His art is just absolutely gorgeous. You know, it's about Charles Christopher, and he's this kind of abominable creature guy. And he has journeys with other animals in the woods. He doesn't speak, but they all do. And you get to
Aw.
like see little vignettes of like their lives, all the characters in the woods. And it's just such a blast. I have the 3rd volume that's in print. I need to read that soon. I intend to.
Nice.
But do I actually have that on my list? Maybe I don't. Did I grab? I put it somewhere. I intend to. So that's one coming up. I'm definitely going to read.
Nice.
And you can read it for free online. So if you're at all interested, you can read it for free online right now. And it's beautiful. And if you want a physical copy, you can get them there too. And they're really nice. Like I said, there's like spot gloss here. There are French flaps.
Oh, the French flaps.
French flaps are beautiful. And again, for $15 for a paperback, I mean, that's a great deal, honestly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm thrilled I read these. These were 5 stars. Like,
Awesome.
adored them. Look forward to the rest of them too. And the final thing I read that I just read today.
Ooh.
Just read and finished today. Have you checked Goodreads? You know?
I wasn't on Goodreads. I don't think I saw.
That's for the best. It's for the best because it's a book that I know you want to read as well.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. And it may be a book that you recently bought, and it's The Moth Keeper.
Hey!
This is obviously my library's copy, but my hold came in yesterday, and I was like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and read it.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy you got me a copy because this was an easy 5 stars for me, 1,000%.
Here,
Oh my gosh.
Let's do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, this is like shiny. It's about a moth keeper. That's it. That's all you need to know. Truly all you need to know is about a moth keeper, and it's Kay O'Neill.
Nice.
And the art's beautiful and the story is beautiful, and I love the characters, and it is one of those books that's just
look at that.
Kay O'Neill, like there's nothing like the kind of worlds and universes and storytelling and art that Kay O'Neill is putting out. They're an amazing creator, and I'm gonna read everything they ever put out. But yeah, this was absolutely a 5-star, and I'm looking forward to your thoughts on it too. It's warm and cozy. That's all you need. It's warm and cozy.
Yeah.
And it's what I needed today, and I was thrilled to have it. And I'd say it's a really quick read too, and I loved it. That's all.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, he's really like putting his picks.
Well, listen, we said we wanted to see, so
I thought it would be like a list in one comment. But all right, Dad, let's try to scroll up here. Bar left. Good night, Bar. Sorry we missed you. Okay. Elf Quest, the epic Marvel year. Okay, I'm not gonna read all the numbers, Dad. Okay. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm happy for you. Okay, in color, you're specifying.
Okay.
Okay, Godzilla, the original Marvel years. All right.
Nice.
Micronauts 1 and 2. Okay. Rom, the original Marvel years. So wordy with tuner character limit. Yeah, but you could have just been like ROM omnibus. Like just Micronauts omnibus. But all right. Yeah, didn't I say that? Okay, Doctor Strange, Master of the Mystic Arts, 1. Okay. 2. Ghost Rider 1
Oh,
and 2. Okay. Okay, random recommendation of the week. Judge Anderson, Childhood's End. Okay. We'll check that out. All right, Dad, that's a list you made. I have
nice,
0 thoughts and opinions on them,
nice job, Larry.
but I'm happy for you.
I'd be into the Ghost Rider omnibuses because I don't know anything about that character, so I'd be into that.
Well, and they had the one lonely omnibus of Ghost Rider. It makes me wonder if they'll ever put out anything else. But people have been demanding a reprint of that, so I wonder.
Yeah.
Well, good luck, Dad. Wish you luck on your journey. Speaking of luck on our journey, is there anything you're currently reading?
There is. This is why when it was Super Laugh Hard that mentioned the Hobbit graphic novel, right? My ears kind of perked up because I started. Not that this is some super long book. I think it's like around 120 pages, but I think I've held this up in other shows. But I started the graphic novel for The Hound of Baskervilles finally.
Ollie sticker.
Ollie sticker. If Bar was still here, she could see this was only $2.99. I started this on the train today, and I only have like a little over 20 pages to go. I know the story, but I got really into it. The art is amazing. Let me find you some good stuff here. Yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, I should mention, it's illustrated by Dave Shepard. And now I want to know more about Dave Shepard because, hang on, look at this.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Right? There's that, and then hang on. Then there's some other like darker work. I'm getting there. Here we go. I was just really enjoying the art, and it was just like like how you mentioned like the Moth Keeper was what you needed today. I was just so into it, even though I know the story. I just kind of got lost in it.
I love them.
Yeah, so I mean, I could lie and say I'll finish this. Oh, Kristen, I have a little cat bookmark.
Let's make it big. Oh,
it's a cat, right? Yeah,
what?
It's a cat.
Is it a cat?
Is it a dog?
It looks kind of like corgi-ish. Doesn't it?
I think it's a cat.
Okay. We could say it's a cat.
Look at its ears. Okay, anyway.
But corgis have same ears, yeah? Or like a Shiba Inu or something.
That's a cat.
All right, it's a cat. Well, where are the whiskers?
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. Don't mean to curse.
I mean, not that like dogs don't, but it's different.
All right, fine. It's a dog cat.
Okay, it's a cat dog.
So anyway, I'm thoroughly enjoying reading this classic in the graphic novel style. And now I'm curious to check out some more of these like series, these dark tales. I don't know. It just hit the right way today.
That's wonderful.
Exactly what I wanted to be reading, and yeah.
So you're almost done with that?
I'm almost finished. I think I have like maybe 20 pages to go.
All right, wonderful. Also, I said it was a cat dog, and I had this bookmark near me, so cat dog.
Cat dog. Oh, that's right. That's a thing. Cat dog.
Yeah.
You and Jess like cat dog.
Yeah. It's a good boy.
Here.
That's what it is. Hi, Jessica. Let's see. Sorry, Mary, that's a corgi.
All right. I like corgis.
Yeah. We miss Teeny leaving. Thank you for being here, Teeny. If you see this later.
Bye, Teeny.
My dad wants to know if we're going to enter a ballot. Honestly, I don't know one thing I would put on it. Do you, Mary? Do you know one thing where you're like, I wish?
I'm really not good at that. Like,
I'm not either.
I can look at a list like Larry just showed his list. So I'm like, oh yeah, I would be interested in Ghost Rider. I'm excited for that giant Hellboy one that's coming out that everybody's talking about. But I can't sit here and think, oh yeah, you know what I need collected?
Yeah, I can't either. No idea. I don't know.
If I did have ideas, that would be really fun to submit them and see what happens, though.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah, we missed Jessica popping up earlier before a good boy. Glad you can make it, Jessica. Sherlock has aged better than Bond. I would agree with that.
Yeah,
from what I know. Yeah,
I think so too. I can't say I know a ton about Bond though, but
sad nerd fact: Sherlock has been adapted to film more than any other fictional character. That makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Public domain and such. Oh, Mary has a poopy mouth.
I know. What's wrong with me? I'm a nice Catholic girl. What am I doing over here?
Oh, I love it. Oh, maybe second volume of Jessica Jones Omnibus. Chris, you're always here with the great Rex. Yes, that's what we should put. Maybe I'll do that, Chris. Chris, you got any other good ones I should throw in? Let me know.
Chris will make our list.
Yeah, Chris, make our list and we'll send it in so we get more votes for them, right?
We're like,
Chris,
wait,
what do you need us to
we
back?
have a list. Yeah.
Have you read The Long Walk by Richard Bachman? I have wanted to read that one, but I have not. No, but I heard it's good.
Every time I'm in a bookstore, like especially a used bookstore, I always think, what's Kristen's? Kristen always says her favorite Stephen King, and then I don't remember.
The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon.
Tom Gordon, yeah.
It's because it's a long title. And I'll say it's the favorite of, obviously, of what I've read, because I
I know what you mean.
Tons,
yeah.
But yeah, I loved it.
That's cool.
Oh, Chris says, no, sorry, that's the only one I have. Maybe we just throw that one in, Chris. Maybe let's all go in on it. It's just all vote for it, see what happens.
Put it in like all. How does it work? Do you submit 10?
I think so. Oh yeah, can we do it all 10? Is that?
That's probably like stuffing
cheating?
the ballot box, probably.
I am also. How many are you reading?
Oh right, currently? I have one other.
You have one other. I also have two.
Oh, so you want me to finish? Right?
You go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know how I read The Housemaid?
Mm-hmm.
I loved it. Carried on about it, making you and Jessica read it.
Yeah.
So I went right into the second book, The Housemaid's Secret, trying to get the light. That's a little bit better. The Housemaid's Secret. I'm listening to this even though I could get it through Kindle Unlimited to read it, I wanted to quickly go through it on the train. I'm having a harder time getting through this one. And I think it's second book syndrome, we'll call it. I just loved The Housemaid so much that this one, you know, when you watch like a horror movie and you're like, why is she going down the stairs again? You know, like there's a lot of that going on in this book. Like it's just, there's some ridiculousness considering everything that she went through in the first book. She's still like doing some of the same things. And after you read the first book, we can have a better discussion.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spoil. I know I keep saying that, but this one's just not holding up like the first. I almost think it should have just been The Housemaid. Period. Just leave it there.
That's a bummer.
I don't know if I need The Housemaid's Secret.
So this was your almost DNF, is that right?
This is my almost DNF, but I was like, I'm thinking maybe the secret is like some really great twist at the end, and maybe I'll get pulled back in. I don't really see that, but I'm going to be open-minded and just finish it. I mean,
hoping for the best. Hope for the best.
I think I have like maybe 2 hours left in the audiobook to go. So we'll see. But I got to tell you where I am right now. I'm not into it. Like I've checked out, but I'm going to try, see how it goes.
Well, good luck. I know it's hard.
Yeah.
I was just
going to say, like, I just keep like screaming at the audiobook. Like, what are you doing? Stop it. What are you doing?
And that's annoying. That's quite annoying.
Why are you doing that again? Okay.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm done now.
Okay. I mentioned this last time. I am still reading Wild, or So I Was Born to Be. I'm going to finish this before Saturday because it's part of the show I'm doing with Jess on Omnidogs Vault. So
nice.
We'll see how I feel about it then. But I am currently reading that, as well as your favorite, when I have a dust jacket only, How to Excavate a Heart,
Nice.
which I'm really, really liking, but I've had homework reading, so it's kind of put on the back burner right now. But I intend to get to that this weekend, I hope. Hayden thinks there's a pop-up book version of The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon. That's
Really?
wild to me. Send me information if that's real, because that's wild. Super Laugh Heart's faves are Firestarter, Carrie, The Cell, The Dome, The Running Man, The Long Walk, a lot of those.
Ugh.
It's a good list. I haven't read any of those actually, but I would like to.
I liked the Dome show when it was on, but I never read the book, so maybe I don't know if it like compared to the book or not. But
I have that beast of a book, but I have not read
do you?
it. It's so.
I think I have the ebook. I think.
Is it like 50 hours? Like it has to be quite long.
It's long, yeah.
Yeah. Start of the Housemaid audio today, Mary.
Yes, I'm excited.
Show off that corgi. He's pretty cute.
Oh, I thought she was making fun of my bookmark.
And he looks like the bookmark. Yeah.
All right. I see the theme here.
You're like, I get it. All right. I know Reed's going to come back soon with food and be like, hey.
Oh, okay.
So, books we want to read, hopefully soon. I'm just going to kind of fly through some.
Okay.
And if you want to, let's go back and forth.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll make this real easy. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Mothkeeper.
You just have the one?
Go.
Is that it?
Well, I figure after your rave review, I want to read
have to.
this.
You have
Obviously, I can finish it in a day.
You have to.
I think I'm going to go for it and read Stone Fruit.
Love that for you. Yes.
And I'm just going to, let's just say those two. And I would ideally like to dip into Silver Surfer. But we'll see. Because I almost want to stop bringing it up, but I'm still working on Swamp Thing. I read a few more pages this week. I'm enjoying it, but just haven't had a lot of time. I can't carry that thing on the train.
It's huge. Yeah.
If I could carry it with me, like on the train, it'd be a different story. But like I have to read that in a specific spot, So.
Absolutely. So. Also, Jessica, you missed it earlier, but I live bought the Silver Surfer Omni on the show. Just saying. So
she sure did.
She mentioned it earlier, so like, yeah, we should all accidentally buddy read that together. That'd be great.
Accidentally, I like how you say that.
Yeah. So you're good? That's it?
I'm good. Yep.
Okay.
What's the other maybe?
Beautiful. All right. This is my definitely. I'm 100% going to read this because I have to read it for Saturday.
Oh, that's right.
So this is part of my homework reading. The Red-Handed, The Fine Art of Strange Crimes by Matt Kent, which is a crime story, and we'll see. I'm very hit or miss with Matt Kent. I've said it before, but I have read some of his spy stuff, which I like. So I feel like this is along the same lines, and we'll see.
Nice.
Uma's Table. I've had this on my shelf for far too long. It is by the same author as Uncomfortably Happily, which if you remember from a few years back, I adored. So this has been sitting there, and I'm like, I need to read it. I need to read it so bad. Yeah. Do you know anything about it? Absolutely not. I just know I adored that other book, so I'm like, I have to read this.
What is Uma?
I don't know.
Don't go telling me he or she's or they're a corgi. Don't tell me.
No, but you know what? On the back, it's like, is that their pet dog or is that a cat?
Oh.
What do we think about that?
See, I think that's a cat, but apparently I was wrong earlier. So
I mean, I'm gonna find out. We'll see. Now I'm gonna be blurry the whole time.
Oh boy, there you go.
We go. Again, these are it's our list of books we hope to read soon. Okay. Books we hope to read soon. All right, Spidey, freshman year. This is specifically the Nick Bradshaw. He does the art in it. Robbie Thompson. Spidey books. I don't know. Spidey books. This is actually one of those little 10 issue targeted towards kids graphic novels. $13 cover price on IST. They're like dirt cheap. But I kept hearing good things about it, and it's been sitting on my shelf. So
nice.
If I want some Marvel at some point in my life. Hellbreak. This is a Colin Bunn book. Oni Press put it out. It's been sitting on the shelf. In fact, this is on the shelf of things that we need to read because we'll probably get rid of it. So that's our guess on that. It is horror. I do like Colin Bunn, so we'll see. Let's see.
Nice.
Duck Avenger. New Adventures. Look at this fun joy. Why
That
have I not
looks-
read this?
That looks very cute.
Doesn't it look fun? That's all you need to know. It looks fun. Reed made me put this on the list because if you've seen the My Husband Ruins by TBR, it's on it. And this is certainly one that's easier to read than some of the other ones he assigned me. So yeah, I intend to. It is specifically, this is the Jeff Buckley story, Grace.
Nice.
A lot of cool people on the back blurbed it, like Elvis Costello, Chris Cornell, Rip, Jimmy Page, Tom York. That's cool. My Riot, Reed also made me put this on here. This just looks fun. It looks fun in 90s, and also I like the art inside, and the color palette's pretty cool. And there's music.
Love it.
Speaking of Jessica, Jessica's here. I want to reread A Witch's Love at the End of the World. There are 3 volumes of this. This is Yuri manga. I like these covers quite a bit. Okay, cute. I remember really enjoying these, but Jessica's been like hit or miss with some Yuri lately. So I'm like, okay, I need to reread these to know if I think she would like them. Do you know what I mean? Because it's been so long. So I think I would like to do that. Again, only 3 volumes. They're not huge, so that's on my list. Here's that Charles Christopher volume I was looking for. The 3rd one. Gonna read that.
I'm only smirking a little bit because you're very hopeful. I'll say.
Again, soon is relative, isn't it?
It really is.
This is, at this point, it's part of the show, and I just feel like I have to bring a lot to the table.
Absolutely.
You know.
I love it.
Super Laugh Hard. If you're bowing out, take care. Appreciate it.
Bye, Super Laugh Hard.
We love a live Insta. It happened. It happened. I appreciate this act of love and service. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm going to do more too. I'm going to reread some more and we'll see. Tentacle Kitty. Every time I say it, it's absolutely ridiculous. Look at this cover. Can we handle this?
I mean,
Tails around the teacup.
This is on the silly side, even for you. It's very.
I know
cute.
it is.
It's very cute. I like the one with the little top hat and the monocle.
Yeah. It is. It's just cute and weird. I don't
That
know.
art is super cute.
I know, right? I don't know what. I don't understand. I already don't understand, but I need to. So I need to read this, obviously.
By the way, in previous shows, I didn't know if you did this for me or not, but you would I forget the name of the book, but it was something kitten. And you were saying kitten like Paul Holes says it.
Falls, yeah.
But then I heard you say kitten. I was like, oh, maybe she said it kitten just for me, but I don't know. Maybe
I
it was a
probably
good-
did.
Yeah.
Because I remember both of us noticing that. Yeah.
I appreciated it.
Good. Jessica's still pitching the closing bit where you show Cat Mystery you want to actually read. I need to
love
do
that.
that. Might start a campaign. I totally forgot about it this time around. I'm going to, hold on. I don't think I have one in the cart near me. You know what? I can grab one real quick. Do you care?
Go for it.
Okay.
See, Kristen's going to get herself in trouble, though, because Reed wants to eat dinner. And she's pulling cat books. Just for you, Kristen. Oh, Super Laugh Hard, you're still here. You thought we were wrapping up the show a wee while back. It almost happened.
Maybe we thought we were too. All right. I have one ready. We'll do that at the end. Okay.
So wait, can I participate in this, or is it no? Because
Yeah.
I don't have like a ton of anything like you do with the cat cozies.
We could figure out one for you next time if you don't want to just grab something.
Yeah, I do like the intent behind this bit. It's very funny.
I think it's a great bit, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Finally, the Mouse Guard books that Reed searched for.
Oh, okay.
So David Peterson, I believe, will be at HeroesCon again this year. And I failed in my journey the last time I read Mouse Guard. I've read this first volume like 2 or 3 times now. So
Yeah.
the problem is I need to have a period of time that I can dedicate to like actually going through them. Because I really like the first volume that I've read like 2 or 3 times now. but it's one of those I feel like I have to get through, and because I keep having certain homework reading or something,
Right.
it's kind of fallen by the wayside. So that's something I just hope to get to soon at some point, right?
It's fun.
So yeah. Mary sees the cover and guesses the plot. Ooh!
Ooh.
Only based on the cover and title. Okay, I feel like you may get some of it from this, but all right, all right.
Okay.
If you remember much Catwoman Batman before year one, it's way worth your time. It will surprise you. I haven't.
I haven't either, but take the recommendation.
Yeah. Okay. I flew through those. Sorry, everyone. I just know Reed's going to come back soon and be like, we're eating. So, Mary, do you have any final thoughts before I give you this cat book?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Saw everything. Oh,
Wonderful.
one thing I just want to tell Jessica. Jessica,
Ah,
this book, 5 stars. I cried. I'm still processing it. Everyone should read this.
I'm going to read it. I'm so excited for that.
Okay.
I picked like the worst book for this. You guessed it. Because like there's even a thing at the top that kind of gives a lot of it away. But we're going to go with it. Okay.
Or we could go the opposite way. If you want to read a quick blurb off the back, what it's about, I could try to guess the title. No, that's hard, I guess. Yeah, that's kind of hard.
Yeah, and also it's like quite a blurb on the back. It's like a novel on the back. This is an older one that I found. Okay, for reference for anyone who may stumble upon this or doesn't know, I love collecting cat cozy mysteries. Oftentimes, and these are specific ones, like there are cats involved. Sometimes you'll just see a cozy mystery and there's a cat on the cover and it's a lie, and that makes me sad. At the same time, I love the cover, so it doesn't. But there are specific ones that are either about cats or have cats involved. And I think they're hilarious. And usually they have awful covers and awful titles. And it's so funny to me. And again, usually they're like 10 cents at like book sales and stuff. So I've collected a lot throughout my time. Jessica was quite shocked when she saw my shelf in real life. So she wants me to hold up a cat mystery book at the end of each show. I'm looking to see when this one was published because this one looks quite old.
Okay.
It is from 1997.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see the cover and know that. Sorry, Mike. You can absolutely watch the replay. Reed's here. Okay, this is the last one. Okay.
Hi, Mike.
I love that you married someone called Reed who makes comics. That's perfect. It's spelled differently, but yeah.
That is
I
kind of
agree.
cool.
Jessica saw your rating and immediately placed a hold.
Yes.
Okay. Here it is. It's called Dr. Nightingale Meets Puss in Boots.
Oh, boy.
So this is the cat mystery I won't read. At least anytime soon, right? Come on. At the top, there's also another little to try to entice you to get this book. A cat in a nightclub gives a country vet the key to a perplexing murder.
Oh, boy.
Look at this guy.
He's like, meow.
He's like, oh, that guy's gonna die. So there it is, Dr. Nightingale.
So this one did give it away.
Yeah, that was a pretty giveaway.
Yeah.
But next time I'll not pick one. Like I feel like a lot of the older ones are very like, here's exactly what this book's about, you know.
That's okay. I mean, I don't need to make a comment. It would be fun to guess if it's not on the cover.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fantastic.
That's the one. I just love these silly, silly covers. Jessica, I hope that was worth it for you. I'll do better next time. Yeah, that's it. So God. Oh, Mike wants to know if you got any new gaming goodies.
Mike, sadly, no. Not yet. I always have my eye on things, but I haven't bought anything this week.
All right. Jessica, thanks for ending on a bang. Wonderful. All right. Thank you everyone for being here. The chat's been great tonight.
Yes, thank you.
We super appreciate it. Let us know if you're watching this later in the comments what you're reading. What are these books that we should actually read that maybe we mentioned?
Yes.
Or ask us anything. We'll answer stuff. That'll be fun.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever you want. But thank you so much, everyone. And we hope you have a great night. Oh, follow Mary and Miriam's Bookstagram. I have that info in the description. Also, she's pretty cool on YouTube making reading backgrounds, so maybe you should check that out too.
I am so cool.
Yeah, you are. All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.